Hey everybody, how y'all doing this morning? Welcome back to another video with Brooklyn. So we're going to jump right into the video. I hope you all are having a terrific Thursday morning. It is 6:30 this morning and it's October 1st. So I am happy because the horror flicks are starting. Last night I watched Fright Night twice. Okay, when I got in from work last night, it was on already. For those of you who don't know what Fright Night is, it's a vampire movie that came out in the 80s. And it's just awesome. And the girl that plays on Married with Children, Marcy, she was one of the main characters and it was awesome. It was scary. And I remember when I first seen it, I was in Alabama with some friends that I grew up with, their family. And we were all on the porch looking in the house at the TV. We were outside on the porch looking through the window at Fright Night. That was the first time I seen Fright Night. And that was in the early 80s, like mid 80s, 85, 86, somewhere like that. It was, no, I'm going to take that back. It was maybe 88, 89, maybe something like that. Anyway, it was in the 80s. I can't remember. But that was the best vampire movie I had ever seen at that particular point. And I watched half of it last night because I came in on half of it. And then another channel had it on and I watched it to almost the end. And I love it when these scary movies come out, because if you ever come to my house, that's all you're going to see probably on my television will be horror movies. I have a video in, DVD, it's on a horror channel. I just love horror movies. I love The Haunted House. I just love things like that. Things that just gonna just, get you going. It's just your imagination, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm gonna jump right into the video. And this Trump debate and Biden's debate, I'm going to say Trump's debate, because he just took over the whole debate. Trump is a poo-poo head. He is a poo-poo head. He is so mean. He is so arrogant. You know what I'm saying? And everyone has the right to follow who they want to follow. Everyone has the right to follow their leader, and they have the right to support them. But when you know that they are a poo-poo head, you need to step back and say, now, wait a minute, I'm not going to be a poo-poo head too. And this man don't want you to talk. He don't want you to voice your opinion. He is a true dictator. He is a modern day Hitler. He is. All he needs is that, what you call a swastika, them backwards S's. That's all he needs. It's probably up here underneath his thing that he got going on. Biden was all over there being all classy, being all tall and sleek. And then you got Trump over there looking like an angry pumpkin. All mad and everything, all orangey. Like the great pumpkin on Charlie Brown. Trump. Biden. And not no alcoholic. Slim and sleek and beautiful. Orange and mad. Just orange and mad. You know what I'm saying? And it's just plain outright ridiculous. Those are my props. But he is just he make us New Yorkers look bad. He make us look bad. I'm from Brooklyn. Everybody know that, AKA my name, Brooklyn, okay? But we already have the reputation for being rude. We already have the reputation for being mean, arrogant, and loud. And yes, we are loud. I'm very loud. That's how I talk. But for one reason, it's because of where we are. You have trains, buses, fire trucks, ambulances. You have to talk above the noise. So you talk that way. Some of us can be arrogant. Some of us can be mean. But that's everywhere. That's just not New York. But we have their reputation, and he is living up to it every day. I mean, this man is just like, and then he has the nerve, the audacity to tell the white supremacists, the good old boys, to stand down but stand by. That's like you putting a hit out on the nation. And go into the voting booths and stand by and watch and see who's voting for who. So what? So if I go in there and I decide I want to vote for Biden, and you don't like my vote, you're going to be over my shoulder? What you going to do? pop me in the back of the head, take me into captivity, follow me home, burn my house down. This is ridiculous. Everyone has the right to vote for who they want to vote for. And the people who following him, they feel like you don't have the right to have freedom. They feel like you don't have the right to be able to voice your own opinion. I don't care what they say. I don't care. Because if you are voting for somebody who wants captivity, who wants to be in control in the wrong way, then you are just like them. And a lot of this, I believe that it's no mistake. I believe that he was set up because God says he set up and he brings down, okay? He puts the kings in the palaces and things like that. This is all his part of his plan because he has something that he's doing. That's what I believe. But, so he couldn't have gotten to the White House. It was no accident. It was meant for Trump to be in the White House. Let's get it straight right now. That's why they can't impeach him. It's meant for him to run his term and to do what he wants to do, to get this world in this shape. Because if you read the Bible, this is the way it's going. It's according to the word, God's word, okay? In the beginning, God created heavens and earth, that God. He said this was going to happen from the beginning, okay? Before his coming back, before his appearance. So he's using Trump. Trump is a puppet, okay? But then Trump has puppets that are going around doing what he wants them to do because they want to be in control of the world. They want to dominate and take over. It's ridiculous. He is a poo-poo head. And if you are just going to go along with him, if he was the type of man that was bringing about change, positive change, then I would be like, okay, by all means, I might not like him personally, but he's doing great things. This man is starting fights every other place that you go, everywhere. It's some kind of fight. It's some kind of discord going on everywhere. He got a trail of fire just following behind him. It's awful. The debate was awful. It was so disrespectful. It was so distasteful. He makes our nation look ignorant and illiterate in front of all these other dignitaries and high profile people and these other presidents and kings and stuff. He makes our country look like we don't even know how to say our alphabet. Like we like A, B, C, D, F, L, K, Z, L, M, M, O, 1, 2, 3. He make it look like we can't read, we can't write, we can't tie our shoes, we don't know how to comb our hair. He just act like we just don't know what we doing. The way he gets up there and he acts, he just a tyrant, and it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. No class about him, no morals or anything. Get up there and have the debate. Speak your piece and let somebody else speak their piece. It's not all about what you want to say and what you want to do. Everybody have their own opinions. Everybody don't have to agree with you to get where you got to get. Everybody don't have to agree with you. And then he's threatening that he's not going to leave the White House if he get voted out. Okay, so you'll go out in handcuffs. And that's one reason I believe he's fighting so hard, because he has all these pending charges against him that he feels like if I get out of this White House, I'm going to prison. And if he goes to prison, unless they lock him in a 2x4 cell for the rest of his life, somebody's going to get Trump. He won't survive prison. So I know he's afraid, but don't just be doing that to people and bullying people. He's bullying America. He's bullying people into doing what he wants them to do. And if you don't do what I want you to do, I'm going to sick the white supremacist people on you. That's basically what he's saying. He said it on TV. You cannot come on here. I'm sure I'm going to get somebody in my comment section that's going to call me all kind of names. I'm a bad witch. I'm a mammy. I'm disgusting. I'm black. I'm stupid. I'm sure I will. But I still don't have to follow Trump, and I'm not. And I wouldn't follow Biden. First of all, I don't follow nobody. Let's get that straight. I don't follow nobody. I'm not following none of them. I don't trust none of them because nobody does what they say they're going to do. But at least come in there with good intentions. Trump knew from the beginning that he had no good intentions toward America. He already knew it. He just played the fiddle, and the slow ones, they followed him And then I heard some of the people who voted for him turn around and say he done nothing that he said he was going to do. He lied. He deceived us. That's what Satan does. He deceives you. And he's doing it again. And they're blind. They can't see. They can't see that this man is lying to them. He's deceiving them. He's sitting back and he's laughing. He's laughing. Yeah, he was set up. Now, you could be set up in a place. That don't mean that you are God's chosen person to like lead the world into a better place like Moses. Trump ain't part no Red Sea and hold no staff up and turn it into a snake. Trump did not turn, and God did that through Moses, but Trump did not bring in locusts and clear them up and part the Red Sea and hold his rod up. He didn't hit a rock and water come out. Trump ain't did none of that. Now, God can use you to bring about what he wants you to bring about. Now, do that mean that you his chosen person to bring goodness? No, you his chosen person to bring wrath. Because he has a plan behind it. Because this world is wicked. God is good all the time, but also he's a just God, and you have consequences behind your actions. So everything that he's doing, he's going to have to answer for it. And who's ever following him and doing these stupid things, they're going to answer for it too. You have to be careful. This man is not a born leader. He's just not a born leader. And Biden, he has his faults too. He messes up too. But at least he ain't sowing discord. Trump was sowing discord when he wasn't even the president. He was just trying to get voted in. When he was on The Apprentice, he was a rude something. And New Yorkers can be rude. I'm one of the politest ones that I know from New York. I know a lot of New Yorkers, and I had a lot of friends in New York, and they wouldn't hesitate to pop you in the mouth at the first sign of disrespect. You got hit. It wasn't no arguing. It wasn't, I'm going to tell my mom I'm calling the police. You fought it out. Somebody got beat up. Somebody won. You went home. Okay? That was it. I was one of the ones who ran home. I don't fight. I defend myself, but I don't start fights. I'm not all about that. Okay? I like to get along with people. So I was one of the ones who was friendly, but I can be nasty. But that's everyone. It's not just New York. But he is holding to that reputation because that's the reputation that New Yorkers have. And I'm sure Trump had to be rude and nasty to get where he is. You know, I'm sure he had to be rude and nasty like that. But when you are in a certain place, you have to lay that down. And you have to pick up some morals and carry yourself with etiquette. You know what I'm saying? And some class. And he's just not doing that. He refuses to let the ghetto go. He talks about the inner city people and people being dirty and they poor and they need to go back to their country. And, you know, suburban people, I got you. I ran out all the riffraff. He is from the inner city. The inner city is the ghetto. The suburbs is upstate. If you are from Brooklyn, the Bronx, Staten Island, Queens, and Manhattan, you are from the inner city, which is considered to be the ghetto. There's some nice areas, but it is still the ghetto. Okay? That's where he was born. So when he talk about all these different people and where they're from, he needs to go sit down somewhere and have a piece of pumpkin pie. Because he is from where he's trying to tell people to go back to. So, you know, this debate is just crazy, and I'm hoping and praying that people make the right decision. I'm hoping God has finished using him for his purpose. And I hope he move on to the next chapter, because Trump is like trying to get people killed, and people have been killed because of him. And I'm going to say because of him, because people was not doing all this stuff. People were in their holes hiding. And this situation right here is also bringing out people who you would never thought was racist. Your friends who standing right next to you that you hang out with every day. If they are considering Trump, then you know where their real heart is. It's bringing out people who are hiding. You know, my best friend is black. I'm not racist because my best friend is black. My best friend is Mexican. My best friend is Asian. But then, oh, I'm for Trump. I'm pro-Trump. I'm glad Trump is not letting nobody in the country. I'm glad Trump doing this. I'm glad. Then you need to step back and look. I'm not saying mistreat them. Still be your nice, sweet self, but do not be fooled if they are on Trump's side. Do not be fooled. Do not. It's bringing out the real people. It's bringing out the freaks. That, you know that song, The Freaks Come Out at Night? It's bringing them out. It's showing who you really are. I bet plenty of people were surprised to see who their friends really were during this time. I've had some friends to say some things during this time, and I was like, wow. But I just keep it moving, because at the end of the day, I have my thoughts, they have theirs. We're all entitled. You know? We all have an opinion, and it's free, and that's just it. I'm not gonna hate you for your opinion, but I'm careful. I'm cautious now. I'm cautious, you know. So with that being said, I'm going to say vielen Dank. That's thank you very much in German. So vielen Dank for watching me, and choose. That's what. That's bye in German. You all have a terrific Thursday.